Hello everyone. In today's class, we are going to start with a practical problem of cash book. In the last session, we have learned the rule how to prepare a single column cash book or simple cash book. Now in today's session, we will learn how to prepare the cash book with the help of an example. Now we all know that cash book itself is a ledger account. So the format of cash book is just like a ledger account. The debit side of the cash book is the receipt side. Fine. And the first column is date, then particulars. Because of this paucity of space, I have not drawn the next column, that is LF and the voucher number, but the next column are ledger folio and voucher number, and then the amount in rupees. Fine. And similarly, we are going to have similar columns on the credit side. First is your date. Because see, in cash book, we record all the transactions in chronological order. Fine. So date is a very important column. Then particulars. And then finally, again, voucher number and your ledger folio. And last column is amount in rupees. Fine. Again, I'll repeat myself because of paucity of space. I have got less space on this board. मैंने voucher number और ledger folio का column नहीं बनाया, जो कि debit और credit side दोनों ही particulars column के बाद आते हैं. See, particular column के बाद voucher number and then ledger folio. Now let's start with the preparation of simple column cash book. First transaction, let's say year is 2020. First transaction is March, on March 1. That let's say Simran commenced business with cash rupees 65,000. That means if we pass the journal entry for this transaction will be cash account debited to capital account, because capital, Simran is starting the business and introducing the cash. So the amount which we are going to introduce in the business in the form of cash at the time of starting the business, it is capital. So I'll write to capital and the amount is 65,000. अब बेटा कई बार क्वेश्चन में क्या होता है, आपके पास बैलेंस दिया होता है, तो आप क्या यहाँ पे लिखेंगे डेबिट साइड पे टू बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन. अगर आपको ये दिया हुआ है that the proprietor have taken this balance from the previous year, so or this is the balance of the cash book which we have carried forward from the previous year, so that is also written on the debit side to balance brought down, whatever the amount is. Now the next entry is, let's say on 3rd of March 3, bought goods for cash. If goods are being bought for cash, that means we have made the payment. So bought goods, buy purchases account. This your credit side is your payment side. If you have purchased goods for cash, so March 2020, 3rd March transaction, buy purchases account, and the amount is 6,850. Next transaction is paid cash to Mohan. Now paid cash to Mohan, as this is a payment, so we are going to record it on the credit side. This transaction is taking place on March 4th. So by Mohan, हमने मोहन को पेमेंट दी है. By Mohan 950. Next is deposited into bank. Now the amount is deposited into bank. that means this amount is going out of your business. If you are depositing any amount in the bank, so this amount is going out of your business. So this transaction is taking place on March 6th. So March 6th, by bank account, and this amount which is deposited into the bank is 40,000. So we'll record 40,000 on the payment side. क्यों बेटा? क्योंकि बिजनेस से कैश हमने बैंक में डिपॉजिट कराया है, बैंक से डिपॉजिट कराया है, तो कैश बुक में तो एज अ पेमेंट साइड जाएगा, कैश चला गया आपके बैंक आपके बिजनेस से बैंक में. सो दिस एंट्री विल बी रिकॉर्डेड on the payment side of the cash book by bank account. Next entry is on March 9th, and it says sold goods for cash for rupees, let's say sold goods for cash for rupees 30,000. So अगर हमने goods sell किए हैं कैश के, so March 9th, तो हमारे कैश बिजनेस में आ जाएगा 30,000 का. एंड वन मोर ट्रांजैक्शन इज देयर ऑन 6th of March, पेड फॉर ऑफिस फर्नीचर इन कैश 4,650. ऑन द सेम डे March 6, it is paid for office furniture in cash. That means we have purchased furniture by paying cash. Amount is 4,650. तो हम पेमेंट साइड पे रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. कैश सेल्स हो गई 30,000 की. देन पेड वेजेस इन कैश 1,200. And this transaction is taking place on March 12. Paid wages, again it's a payment. So it is to be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. By wages 1,200. Next transaction is taking place on March 13th. Paid for stationery. So March 13th, paid for stationery. Again, it's an expense. We are making payment for stationery, and the amount for this is 400. So 400 to be shown on the credit side of the cash book. Then sold goods for cash, again 25,000, and this transaction is taking place on March 15th. So two sales, it's a cash sales. Sales आपने किया और cash business में आ गया. So we are going to record it on the debit side, that is the receipt side of the cash book, and the amount is 25,000. Next is on March 15th, paid for miscellaneous expenses. Again, miscellaneous expenses are your sundry expenses, and we are paying for miscellaneous expenses. So this transaction is taking place on March 17th by miscellaneous expenses, and the amount of miscellaneous expenses are 450. So we are going to record it on the credit side, that is on the payment side, because we have paid for the business expense, for the miscellaneous expenses. Then next transaction, let's say on March 17, received cash from Trilok 4,850 and allowed cash discount 150. Now cash discount has nothing to do. It will not be recorded in the cash book. We are just going to record only those transactions if we are receiving the cash or we are making any payment in the form of cash. Receipt of cash is recorded on the debit side. Payment in cash is going to be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. So it says that received cash from Trilok, and this transaction is taking place on March 17. So we write to Trilok. Trilok must be our debtor, है ना. त्रिलोक जो है वो बिजनेस का डेटर होगा, तभी हमने कैश त्रिलोक से रिसीव किया है और ये अमाउंट आ गई बेटा हमारी 4,850. राइट. और जो कैश डिस्काउंट 150 का अलाउ हुआ है वो हम कैश बुक में, सिंगल कॉलम कैश बुक में नहीं दिखाते. Next is purchase goods for rupees 2500 and this transaction is taking place on March 22nd. So we'll write by purchases account, by purchases, and this amount is 2500. So we are going to record this transaction with rupees 2500. Then again on the same day, paid salary 15,000. So March 22nd, by salaries account, by salaries, and the amount is 15,000. Amount is 15,000. Salaries are being paid. Next is March 25th, paid rent. On March 25th, we have paid rent. So again, we are going to record this on the payment side by rent account. Fine. We have paid the rent and this amount is 900. Next is paid electricity bill 350 on March 28th. On March 28th, by electricity, this bill is being paid and the amount is 350. Next is paid for advertisement 400. So again, this is an expense. Let me increase the length of these columns. Fine. So we have paid for advertisement, that is by advertisement, and the amount is 400. This transaction is taking place on March 29th. And then finally, the last transaction on March 31st, paid into bank. Again, we have paid this amount of rupees 25,000 to bank. So we are going to write by bank account on March 31st, and the amount paid into bank is 25,000. Fine. See, we are done with all the posting of all the transaction in the cash book. Now, just like any other ledger account, we are going to total up the debit side and we calculate the total of the credit side. Now, our next step is to calculate the total on both the sides. So let's do it. Now, if we total the debit side of the cash book, the total of the debit side is 1,24,850. And the total of the credit side of the cash book is 98,650. Now, since debit side is more than the credit side, that is receipt side is more than the payment side. आपने cash ज़्यादा receive किया है, payment कम की है, तो the difference between the two, that is 26,200, is going to be the balance which is going to remain in your cash book on the last day of the financial year, that is on March 31st, and we'll record by balance closed down. And then just like any other ledger account, जैसे हम ledger account का total दोनों side का same मैच करते हैं, we are going to write the total of the credit side also 1,24,850, and the preparation of this single column cash book or simple cash book is complete. Now बेटा the next question arises, ये तो बेटा हमने पढ़ा था कि कैश बुक हमारी सब्सिडरी बुक भी होती है, प्राइमरी बुक भी होती है और हमारा ये लेजर अकाउंट भी होती है. तो अगर कैश बुक अगर कैश अकाउंट की तरह ही है, यानी कि हमारा वन एस्पेक्ट इज बीइंग रिकॉर्डेड, मतलब हमारे को कैश बुक के बाद वी नो दैट कैश अकाउंट बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज कैश बुक इटसेल्फ इज अ लेजर अकाउंट। हमने देख भी लिया, बिल्कुल लेजर अकाउंट का फॉर्मेट है, उसी तरीके से कैश ट्रांजेक्शन्स यहाँ पर रिकॉर्ड हो रही है। अब अगर कैश बुक में हमने सारी कैश ट्रांजेक्शन्स रिकॉर्ड कर दी बेटा, तो ओनली वन सिंगल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द ट्रांजेक्शन इज पोस्टेड। अब second posting, we know that we prepare accounts on double entry system of bookkeeping. For one single journal entry, minimum two accounts are being opened, and the sum of all the debit should be equal to sum of all the credit. Now let's see the posting of this entry. देखो बेटा, हमारी पहली एंट्री कैश बुक में क्या थी, that the owner commenced the business with cash 65,000, है ना। तो ये कैश अकाउंट की डेबिट साइड में 2 कैपिटल तो 65,000 आ गया, ठीक है ना। वन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द एंट्री इज रिकॉर्डेड। द सेकंड इज व्हेन वी आर गोइंग टू ओपन द कैपिटल अकाउंट, since I'm not having the space, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this portion so that आपको दिखता जाए कि किस तरीके से डबल एस्पेक्ट रिकॉर्ड होता है किसी भी ट्रांजैक्शन का। फाइन, अगर मैं कैपिटल अकाउंट बनाती हूँ, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू प्रिपेयर द कैपिटल अकाउंट इन अ प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट, just going to prepare a T-shaped account. Now capital account, this is the debit side and this is the credit side, right? तो ये एंट्री बेटा कैपिटल अकाउंट की क्रेडिट साइड पर पोस्ट होगी बाय कैश अकाउंट 65,000, फाइन। क्योंकि आप देखो कैश अकाउंट की डेबिट साइड पे कैपिटल अकाउंट की क्रेडिट साइड पर बाय कैश अकाउंट, एंड देन फाइनली the capital account is closed and balanced. Then next is your sales account. Similarly, if I open the ledger account of sales, fine, this is the debit side, this is the credit side. Now cash book की debit side पर 2 sales, तो sales account की credit side पर, and we know that sales जब भी होती है क्रेडिट होती है, sales are our income, incomes are always credited. तो सेल अकाउंट की क्रेडिट साइड पर आप देखिए ये दोनों एंट्रीज हमारे पास आ जाएंगी। बाय कैश ऑन मार्च 9th, बाय कैश अकाउंट द अमाउंट इज 30,000, एंड द सेकंड एंट्री ऑन, see we have to write the date also in the ledger account, so March 1, and this entry is on March 9th. Second entry in sales account is on March 15. So by cash account, this is 25,000, and finally when we close the sales account, we are going to have two balance closed on 55,000. Then finally त्रिलोक के लेजर अकाउंट में ये वाली एंट्री त्रिलोक के लेजर अकाउंट में क्रेडिट साइड पर ही पोस्ट होगी, दैट इज बाय कैश अकाउंट 4,850। तो बेटा ये क्या रूल हो गया कि जितने भी अकाउंट मेरे कैश बुक की रिसिप्ट साइड पे यानी कि डेबिट साइड पे ओपन होते हैं, जब हम वो रिस्पेक्टिव अकाउंट अपने लेजर अकाउंट्स में ओपन अप करते हैं, तो उन रिस्पेक्टिव लेजर अकाउंट्स में कैश अकाउंट क्रेडिट होता है ना, बिकॉज कैश अकाउंट में कैपिटल अकाउंट इज डेबिटेड। नाउ व्हेन कैपिटल अकाउंट इज ओपन in capital account, cash account is credited. Similarly, you can see cash account में sales account is being debited. Cash sale हुई थी, है ना, cash आपने receive किया है, तो in respective sale account, cash account will be credited. So this is how the ledger posting is being done of the items which are shown on the different accounts or different heads of accounts which are opened on the debit side of the cash book. And let's see the accounts on the payment side. Now when I'm going to open a purchase account, ठीक है, जब ये परचेज की एंट्री 3rd मार्च की परचेज अकाउंट में पोस्ट होगी, so again I'm going to open the purchases account. Purchases account, this is the debit side and this is the credit side. On 3rd of March, March 3rd, I'll write to cash account. To cash account amount is 6850. Fine. One more purchases were there. Yes, on March 22nd. Fine. On March 22nd, buy purchases 2500. So I'm going to 22nd of March. Again in purchases account, debit side पर to cash account and the amount is 2500. ठीक है बेटा? देखिए, again I'm going to give the concept in two ways. First is कैश बुक की क्रेडिट साइड पर बाय परचेजेस, यानी कि ये कैश परचेजेस हुई थी, हमने कैश की पेमेंट की है क्योंकि गुड्स हमने कैश बेसिस पे परचेज किए थे मार्च 3rd को 6850 के एंड 22nd मार्च को 2500 के. नाउ परचेजेस अकाउंट इज अ नॉमिनल अकाउंट, इट्स एन एक्सपेंस अकाउंट. वी नो दैट whenever expense increases our business, they are debited in our books of account. That is why purchases account जब हमने open किया, it's a nominal account. So purchases we know are to be debited. तो हम purchase account की debit side पर to cash 6850 and 2500 respectively on 3rd and 22nd of March. Fine. So this is how we are going to prepare the ledger account of purchases. Now let's see. Let's take another ledger account. Let's say furniture. Fine. So if I'm going to open the furniture account, fine. Furniture account. Again, furniture is my asset account. और हमें पता है कि एसेट जब भी इंक्रीज होता है डेबिट होता है और जब भी डिक्रीज होता है तो क्रेडिट होता है. फाइन. अब फर्नीचर यहाँ पर कैश अकाउंट की क्रेडिट साइड पे, पेमेंट साइड पे अगर रिकॉर्ड हुआ है बाय फर्नीचर, यानी कि हमने कैश देकर फर्नीचर परचेज किया है, यानी कि फर्नीचर मेरे बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट में इंक्रीज हो रहा है. सो इफ आई एम गोइंग टू पोस्ट दिस एंट्री इन द लेजर अकाउंट ऑफ फर्नीचर, दैट विल बी पोस्टेड ऑन द डेबिट साइड in the furniture account. So let's say March 6 to cash account and the amount of furniture is 4650. Similarly beta, when I'm going to open Mohan's account, bank account, wages account, stationery account, miscellaneous expense account, salary account, rent account, electricity account and advertisement account, in सब respective ledger accounts में जब पोस्टिंग होगी तो इन रिस्पेक्टिव लेजर अकाउंट्स में द पोस्टिंग विल बी डन ऑन द डेबिट साइड एंड विल रिकॉर्ड द एंट्री लाइक टू कैश अकाउंट इन द रिस्पेक्टिव लेजर अकाउंट एंड द अमाउंट व्हिच इज शोन इन द कैश बुक. आई होप दैट द लेजर पोस्टिंग ऑफ द वेरियस transactions which are recorded in the cash book in the respective ledger accounts are clear to all of you. And then finally all the ledger accounts are being closed. The balances of real account and personal account are to be taken in the next financial year, and the balances of nominal accounts are to be closed by transferring their balances to trading and profit and loss account, just as we have learned in the chapter ledger posting. I hope that the preparation of single column cash book along with the preparation of ledger accounts are clear to all of you. That's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.